All right, guys. Well, first, thanks for everybody jumping on. This whole thing I'm doing for the next 60 days. It's this marketing warpath course. It's free. And if you didn't see my video this morning in the Brotherhood group and our sisterhood group, I basically just did a video this morning talking about everything I'm teaching you and everything I'm giving to you is like everything that I've done over the past pretty much a year and about 9 months, 8 months, something like that, a year and 6 months, maybe something around those terms. Um, so what's really cool about this is like I'm giving you the framework of what I did. And what was really cool was what I've the past several months, several weeks actually, it's been so busy with everything that we have going on, like all of our services, whether it's Facebook ads, whether it's websites, we have websites coming in. The Brotherhood's really slammed. Lead Nurture's one of our bigger programs. We're helping out a lot of people with that. And even last night, I literally just worked out a deal with a pickleball franchise over 90 locations to do exactly what I'm teaching you, right? So very similar to what I'm helping Nancy with. Like I'm literally doing a lot of that for a lot of people, just helping more of as an advisory role on Lead Nurture. Because it's really weird. Like the thing with Lead Nurture is that all of us have gold that is like underneath our feet. Like if you have 100 leads, like just 100 leads, like you're sitting on gold. If you have 1,000 leads, you're sitting on like a small fortune. And I want you to write this down. That's like really for everyone to remember. It's like the fortune is in the follow-up, right? The fortune's in the follow-up. And what ends up happening is, so that's why, like, look at Nancy. She has 8 locations. She's on this call. Mark Rapuso, he owns Valarius Martial Arts. He's got 90 locations or whatever, 100 locations, Mark. He's on this call. Um, the people that are smarter understand this is the game. This is it. It's like Nancy, like I love talking to Nancy Mark yesterday. She's like, yeah, sometimes I'm actually calling people. She has 8 locations and she's calling people. Like that's what I'm talking. That's what it takes. Like you're not above anything, right? Like it's like there's several gyms that I help out and I do campaigns for, and I'm messaging people and stuff like that. So really, it's like what ended up happening was I put this formula together for everybody because it's a culmination of a lot of things that will make it work. Like that's really what this is. This savant system that I have, it's a combination. So really, the first part I always start off with is it's kind of for you to identify like I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing this, and I'm not doing this. If you do all these things, I promise you, like just stay consistent with it for 6 months. I mean, people don't want to hear that, right, John? Like stay consistent with like I'm not gonna tell you do stay consistent with it for 2 weeks. It's like stay consistent with it for 6 months, and you'll be having arguments with your significant other that you're working too much, you're doing too much, like you have to stop. You're like that's the arguments I have with my wife now. Like it's like I don't care, like you don't need more money. Like I need more time with you. I mean, it's like that's where I'm at right now. It's been good, but it was literally for me. It was about a solid 18 months of from the time I literally went to Utah and I worked, and then I went to Arizona with Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi. And it was nonstop from there. Like I just kept showing my story, showing what I was doing, putting out content consistently, like day after day, week after week. And even this course I'm doing right now, like your job is you need to reverse engineer this, Ashley. Like these the free courses, the ways to get people together. You don't do it to like make money. You do it to make content and to show people the value you bring. Because all of you, like right now, there's never been a better opportunity that like yeah, there's a lot of distraction. People are all over the place with what's going on with the world, but there's never been a bigger opportunity that everyone right now needs mentorship. They need a community. They need what you with your sell. They need it. But a lot of times we just continue with offers and deals and discounts, and we're not putting out things that really just cut through the noise. And that's the competition you have. Just getting through the noise. There's 10,000 messages a day that you're competing with, every consumer. Like, it's not just martial arts, you're competing with dance schools, gym, everyone's just competing for the same person, the same woman with 2 kids. Like everybody wants that avatar. So it's going to be the things we're talking about. And like the people that are going deeper, remember, it's like you're the ones that are going to win. So even the guys like Bill Craig, the guys like, Bill knows me. That's why he's been working with me for 20 years. Like I'm never done. Like just because like I did something a month ago, like I already have the next thing now. Like I already have the next thing for Lead Nurture. Right, Bill? It's like, so now we're getting to the next phase of it. Like first it was like, just doing the basics, getting the foundation together. So But what I'm going to go through today, guys, I'm going to go over the overview, and then I'm going to go through the first 100 days. And the first 100 days, like here's your job, like for everyone on this call, like because I'm not going to be here forever, right? Like I'm just not. Um, you are a strategist. Every one of you is a strategist in some capacity. That maybe you're the retention strategist, maybe you're the marketing strategist, maybe you're the overall strategist. If you're a one man show or one person show, you're the everything strategist. You're doing everything, right? So the thing for me is like as far as strategy, I've been very grateful and fortunate. I've learned some from some of the best strategists. I've learned from some of the best people, and I've also taken things from people I don't really care for because they have a good strategy, Ashley. Like, whether I like them or not, like, I've taken things from them because their strategy works. So the principle I'm going to talk about today is the first 100 days, whether you like them or not. Like it was like for me, Ashley, I could be like no matter, and this is the thing when you're in tune with yourself, no matter where you are, driving a car, you're at the gym, okay, you just got done working out, like you're just out somewhere, things just come to you, right? And what came to me was like it was like this, and again, whether you like him or not, doesn't matter. That's not the point. When Trump came out with his first 100 days, like within days of looking at it, I just kept looking at it deeper. I'm like, wow, look at what's happening. Like talk about the art of war. If you haven't read the book, The Art of War, this guy, it's directly from the Art of War. He has his opponents on their heels. Like it's an uproar. People can't handle it. They're going nuts. Like it's never ending. It's just it's coming day after day, right? So what else I did was I took that principle. Again, doesn't matter if you like him or not. I hate him. I would never take nothing. Well, then you're just being ignorant to yourself. There's again, I mentioned there's other people I don't like and strategists, but when I see them doing something, like it doesn't matter whether or not I like them. I'll take a strategy from anybody, Mark, if it works. So the bulb went off for me was that our first 100 days for our members, like we have neglected it. It's outdated. We're doing 246 calls. We're just like everybody else. We sound like everybody else. And I wanted to take that and reverse engineer it and say, I want to shock my new members. I want them to be like, wait a second. All right. Like Ashley signs up her daughter or son, whatever, Daryl, one of you guys, like you sign up your child. And literally, what's happening is the experience you're having, you are wherever you are, you're just in some place, whether you're at a game or you're with your friends, you were just saying this. Like, let me tell you something. Okay. My son just enrolled at, Satori Academy or whatever the name of your school is. This has been the most incredible experience I couldn't even imagine. Let me tell you about the red carpet welcome. Did you ever hear this? They're like, no, I didn't. What does that mean? They had a red carpet welcome for my son. And what it was this, and this. It just made him feel so special. It made us feel like we were part of the family. It was one of the most incredible experiences I've ever had in my life. And guess what? I thought that was it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's nice. The next week after, I get a personal phone call from Nick. He's the head instructor, and he's basically talking about the first week that I'm there and how great like I did and my son, or how great my son did. And he just sent me a personal video, and then he also gave me the next 30 days of a personalized workout to help to help my son with his confidence issues. Like talk about mind blown. Like, and then here's the thing. Guess what? Didn't even stop there. All right, Ashley, guess what? It didn't even stop there. Then a week later, they did a free class for everyone that just started, and it was a special workshop on helping children they're overcoming anxiety. Like, I told you Nick has anxiety, and like I just couldn't believe they were doing this for free. And guess what? It didn't stop there. Like that's what I'm talking about the first 100 days. Like the first 100 days, like, because everyone, think about what happens. We all look towards ads and lead generation and website leads, and you're looking at all these things. If you have 10 people coming in, that's why I asked you at the beginning of the call, it's 15 people coming in, 8 people coming in, whatever, 30 people coming in, and you give them the most absolutely shocking experience of their life for the first 100 days, like they're going to tell everyone else about you, and you're going to spend less money on the Facebook ad spend, especially in December, Bill, right? When everyone drops their ad spend because the whole world's advertising, right? And you're going to not only get referrals, you're even going to upgrade them to a higher program. And it's the content also, like that you're making for yourself. So that's what I'm going to go over. I'm going to go over the first 100 days. And what I help you with is like, like you take my framework, and then you need to implement it and you need to make it for yourself. Everything, in my opinion, should start with the document of truth. That's the first thing I'll go over. Okay. So before you make your 100-day journey or your first 100 days for becoming a member, it should really start with your document of truth. The document of truth to me is how I am dominating in marketing right now. Like I'm dominating in marketing. And if you think I've just even started, there's even more stuff coming in the next couple weeks for martial arts. I'll give you a little hint of what I'm doing. I'm creating a council, a free business council for martial artists. And I'm gonna, Nancy, you're actually on my list. Mark, you're on my list. Bill, you're on my list. Julie, you're on my list. Like I am going to get the greatest martial arts minds ever and form a free council to make the best practices for everybody. So none of us are taking advantage of ever again for marketing, for business systems, for coaching, consulting. And the people that contribute are going to give information for free. And it's going to be like a new council, free membership. We're not charging for it or nothing like that. Why? So I could provide massive value to the industry, right? Better than what people are charging thousands of dollars a month for. And like, I want you to think of everything I'm doing. You should be reverse engineering for your own. Like, why are you not making a council of parents to help children become confident again? Whatever, something in your local area, right? Like, these are the things that I'm going to show you how to do and just copy what I'm doing. But it all starts with the documented truth, right? The documented truth is I'm going to go through with you now, and then because that's where it starts, right? This is where everything starts with your marketing. If you do not start with this, and like Nancy is a great example. She has Christine on the call. She has Ashley on the call. She has her son on the call. She has the whole team involved with this, right? Like you need to get your whole team. And if your whole team's just you and your wife, if your whole team's just you and your one staff member, it doesn't matter who it is. Because what we want to do is I want people that are going to tell me like challenge my ideas and say like, you know what, Nick, that doesn't really that's not really who you are. That's not really what we're about. And then okay, Ashley, thank you for sharing that. So you think that I'm kind of off? Yes. Like I don't just want to make something that's not going to stick. All right. So the document of truth, the other thing I would explain to everybody is, Julie, this is for you and everybody. It's never done. Like it's you're not doing this today, and then Jared, it's like it's over. Like it's by your bedside, and every time you're coming with that thought, because this is your responsibility to your audience. Like you are so excited about what you're creating, you have a responsibility to get your message out to everybody. So it's by my bed. I'm traveling with it everywhere I go. That's where it is, and I promise you, your marketing will be much better than getting on a call with me and saying, so Nick, let me ask you a question. What's the best offer? Like, what's the best offer? Like, that's really the question you're asking. What's the best offer? Like, that is a ridiculous question. It should be like, Nick, what is the best way to cut through the noise? Why am I not cutting through the noise? And the reason why you're not cutting through the noise is because your documented truth, like, there's no depth to what you're doing. And you're just sounding like everybody else. And that doesn't cut through the noise, sounding like everybody else. Okay. So here, let's go through it. I'll go through it pretty quickly. And because then you guys will do this on your own. All right. So let me just pull it up for you. All right. So this is the document of truth. And this is what you do before you make your 100-day journey. So step one, it's your document of truth. So for example, like Nancy will take this, she'll sit down with her team and she'll say, okay, guys, let's brainstorm. What are the values and benefits that we live by as well as what we teach our students? Okay. So again, like this is like an exercise. It's a brainstorming. It's like a mind dump. All right. So for me, for example, the values and benefits, I teach accountability. I teach leading from the front, being the example, no entitlement. Okay. Do or die now or never. That's why you're with me. Like I reframe your mind to make you understand time is limited. There's not a lot of time left. And the brotherhood, sisterhood, okay, that is what we're about. So if you come into my group, I'm going to teach you how to create your own marketing, not sound fake, not looking like a bunch of just everybody else, like being one of a kind, anomalic. Like you want to be an anomaly, right? So for me, those are the values and benefits I live by. Okay, those are some of my scripture statements I mentioned, and that's what I teach you. What about you? So it's got to come from like your heart and soul of what you are, all right? Core values, ours are family, faith, and fitness. Okay, so family, like that's everything to me. My family, like my work family, my regular family, that my grandchildren, my wife, Aka, like everyone I work with. Okay, that's number one. Faith, just believing in something bigger than yourself, whether you meditate or you go to church or whatever, just having some type of belief in something. All right, and then fitness, like I believe that is one of the most important transformations I've done was like putting myself first every single day, and fitness is just now it's religion. It's just helped me drastically in all other areas of my life. Now that's just me. So those things I just mentioned, if they're not you, that's totally fine. But like if they stick. Like those things, like they stick with the brotherhood and sisterhood. It's like family, faith, fitness, family, faith, fitness. Okay. Faith could be belief. Like we're not getting religious. Okay. We're just saying like belief in yourself, having a spirit. Okay. Whatever it is inside of you. Okay. Um, so the core values, like, some people have 9 of them. To me, the reason why I use 3 is because it sticks better. Like it sticks. So, and then this transcends into my marketing. All right, Ashley, if you see me marketing, you'll see those statements are made on all my marketing collateral. Lead from the front. Okay, be the example. Family, faith, fitness. Like I'm talking about all the time. When I see someone that's talking about how stressed they are, I'm like, are you working out? Like, what's going on with your fitness? Are you taking care of yourself? Like, come on, like you're a reflection of your business. Your business is a reflection of you. If you're not taking care of yourself, it's you're doing a disservice to not only yourself, but you're also your business. Okay. So whatever your core values are, I'm just giving you examples actually for you, like to understand, like this is who I am. So like when I go through this stuff, it's an alignment when you meet me. Like if you come to my event, I'm not some other person. Like whenever you meet me, there's might be some things you don't agree with, and that's totally fine. Like some of my best clients, we do not go agree politically, but they don't care. We're still very good friends. Like that's really important. Like I'm not going to like, be unfriend people just because they don't believe in some of the things I talk about. The other thing that I explain to people is when you're creating your document of truth, because what I'm really helping you do is create a movement versus a marketing offer. When you're creating a movement, there might be some people that you offend or that do not like your message. The thing is, everyone gets scared and you try to say, well, we don't want to do that. We just want everyone to train with us. We just want everybody. The problem with that, okay, is that that's not the way people think. Like it's like people want something unique and they believe that is they want to get behind your movement and they'll die for your movement. They'll be behind you forever. So, for example, this you should write this down. It does always help to have some type of nemesis, okay, that you're fighting against. So for me, like when I talked about the martial arts council, John, like I'm fighting against, in my opinion, martial arts business frauds, martial arts consulting frauds, people that I don't believe should be giving out advice over things they never did. Like, and then what happens is some of you relate to that. You're like, yeah, man, I tried this one guy one time and I asked him, did you ever have a school? And the guy said, I never taught a class in my life. But he's telling you how to teach. Like, it's like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, so the nemesis for me lately has been that you'll see a shift now. Like you'll see a shift, John, right? So, and that's the thing I want you to understand too. The shift from now with this martial arts council, I won't work with frauds, but I will work with people that maybe I attacked before. Not attacked personally, more of a level of just like as a whole, right? So now with this council, John, it's like I'll be like, listen, if you're really a leader, step up and contribute. So it might be some people that I didn't work with in the past, right? That's why I'm trying to show you this document. Like it's not the end all be all, John. It's a work of art. It's always changing. If you come up with your core values, Ashley, and they don't stick, you don't just keep doing it. If you say, hey, our core values are finances, filming, and whatever, fun, like, and then you realize, like, no, it's not in alignment with who you are. You don't keep them, you change them, right? The stand for statements, like if you were doing marketing and you're doing a reel, okay, like, and I'm watching it, someone like me, I'm not bringing my son or my granddaughter to your school if I don't know what you stand for. So if you come to my school and the 3 things your son or daughter is going to get, they're going to be in great shape. They're going to have a killer mindset, and we're going to turn them into a warrior. That's why you come to our gym. You would get someone like me. Okay, there's something like I want the best for my child, just like most of you, most women, they want something of quality for their children, right? So if your stand for statements are just really generic and they're not specific, like it's like people will not get behind it. So what do you stand for? Like, and again, remember I said you might offend some people. Some people, if you're like, well, listen, we're really about focus, or now everyone wants focus. We're really about fitness. We really want kids to be fit. Some moms will be like, well, we don't pressure our kids. Like, if they want to eat a bunch of bad food, like we think it's okay. I don't think it's okay. Like, like I don't like, I don't want children getting diabetes by the time they're 9. What I mean? It's like, if you look at some of the health statistics, it's insane on how diabetes is increasing drastically. And one out of every 2 people is going to have cancer by the time they're 50. It's incredible. And most of it has back to diet. So, but again, I'm just talking about what I stand for and stand against. Okay. So stand for, stand against. And what happens is when you're making your reel, Nancy and Christine Brink, Ashley, I'm using you guys as an example. When you're making that reel that's going to go on Instagram and Facebook, like when you're talking about what you stand for, what you stand against, what ends up happening is people are like, yeah, that's right. My son, that's what he needs. That's exactly what he needs. Versus, so let me tell you about the 6 week special for $99. It includes the uniform, and we're also going to give you 2 private lessons. Like it's like no one cares about that. Like the offer and the reels, they when they see something that's more of like a story and more of something they get behind, that's going to do better than your advertisement. Okay, so this goes into email marketing. This goes into text message marketing. This goes into your reels. This goes into your website. This goes into your classroom. This goes into everywhere on your walls. This goes onto your apparel. Okay, I don't have my Brotherhood sweatshirt on, but I wear my lead from the front sweatshirt at the gym almost every day. I love wearing the same sweatshirts. I don't really care. But every time I wear it, like now people are like, lead from the front, brother. Lead from the front. Keep leading. Like it's like, and it's the logo's on the back. Like, what is your scripture statement for your, like, it comes from here. All right. So even John, like you've heard this before, but I guarantee you, I've given you better stuff. And now you're going to make it even better because it's never done. Like if you think that your marketing is done, you're done. Your marketing is never done. All right. Like if I stopped marketing after I ran Champions Way, John, I'd be broke. Like it was that was one business, right? Doesn't matter we did 10 years ago. So you're always fighting for attention and getting through the noise, okay? Scripture statements are my favorite. I've like had to go through several layers of scripture statements. Scripture statements, it doesn't mean it comes from the Bible. It means it's something that you live by, right? That's just what we call them, right? So in order for me to get to lead from the front, be the example, do or die, now or never, no entitlement, like that's what I live by. Like I really believe for myself, like I'm in a now or never situation. Like I don't have 10 years. I don't. I like it's now or never. It's do or die. It's like let's go. This is the time for I need to do this now for my family. Like, and I think a lot of you will relate to that. You're 40 or 50, whatever age you are. It's like I have to do this for my family now, right? So I remind myself of that every day. I've actually told my wife the other day from failing at software so many times, right? John, I believe that I'm traumatized from it. And my trauma comes from this. This is really important for a lot of you. When I was building software, okay, I took a back seat from what I'm teaching you right now. I've always been this guy that's been teaching you guys how to lead from the front and to put out content. But the 2 times when I had software, the last times, I took a break from this and I focused all on software. And then what happened was my bank account went down, right? I got away from what made me probably the best content I made. And this is this time again, I do have software again, finally, right? But this time it was different, John. After the first 2 traumatic experiences, I said, I don't care about the software. If I make money, when I make money, that's great. But I'm not going to forget what made me what made me, which is this stuff. And so that's why I never stopped doing it. So, John, like this time, it took me 2 times to learn. And you might relate to maybe open a second school. Maybe you did something else. Maybe you tried some other business. Maybe you got like a golden distraction from something, right? Like that. So now for me, it's like that's the mindset. It's like I have to do everything right now. I don't get the shiny object distract me. All right. So that's what it is for me. So that's why when I say do or die now or never, that's who I am. Like that's where I'm at right now. Your sweatshirt you're putting in there, if you're wearing something, it's a you better be about it. Your student should say, yeah, that's who we are. I love that because it's you. That's a reflection of who I am, what the brotherhood is and the sisterhood. All right. So the scripture statements, like I went through several iterations actually to get them. At first, it was connection over content, or no, something I don't even remember what it was. Something like connection over content. Something that was one of the first ones. Brain body business were my core values before. Like I had several different iterations to get here, and then what happened was, man, it just started sticking. And that's the word I want you to think. When it starts to stick, that's when you know you hit it, but you're still not okay. It might fade out. But that's why this is the work of art. So there's your scripture statements. So this is where everything starts. Okay. The next page I'll go over with you on this. Okay. Then this is important too. Like we can't think that we know this one already because we don't. A lot of like so when we say identify your avatar, the world is different. It's different than it was 3 years ago. Like, oh, well, we work with kids. That's not as deep as we need to go. Like, oh, I work with families. No, that's not deep enough. Okay. So your avatar is, for example, who is my avatar? I get people that are sick and tired of hearing the same thing from everybody else, it not working, and they go from agency to agency. That's who I get. They're sick and tired of hearing the same principles, the same things, and lead cost and ad spend, and we're going to change this. We're going to go to Google, all this other stuff. They come to me because like, Nick, what are you doing? This is what I'm doing. I put out content that attracts people and that brings them to me, and and they trust me, and then they want to work with me. That's what you're trying to do. So the thing is, that's my avatar. So your avatar is not a kid, or it's not just a mom. It's someone that has tried every activity. Their son is still not getting confidence. They're not where they wanted them to be, and you're like the last resort. They know they need to change. That's depth, John. Or if you're teaching fitness kickboxing, like it's like I let myself go. I'm not happy where I want to be, and I need someone that's going to hold me accountable. Okay, like your avatar, you need to go deeper with it, not just like, well, we work. What do you mean, Nick? We work with kids. We know our avatar. If you knew your avatar as well as you thought you did, then you wouldn't be on this call. You like you're because you'd have enough and you'd be fine. But you're here because you're trying to search for something. This is one of the things. Like go deep with your avatar. Like really look at the people you have. Why did they come there? That's the best way to find out, John, what they wanted. You think you know what they wanted. Like so actually if I was like doing a survey, I'd say, listen, we're really trying to get deep here. What was the number one thing why you came here? Oh, for more confidence. Could you be more specific? Where did you need more confidence? In school. Could you be more specific? Like in school, where did you need more confidence? Well, basically, like in the classroom environment, my daughter was afraid to raise her hand. Okay. Also, she didn't want to play sports. Okay. Like, wow, that helps. So just even like 3 levels deep, you can go 7 levels deep, but even go a little bit deeper. All right. The reason why, Ashley, this is important is like if you want to know why your reels don't work, okay, when you start making reels, is because there's no depth here. Like when I'm making a message, Ashley, like I'm tapping into your veins. That's what I'm doing. So when I'm making a video, you feel like I'm talking directly to you, right? When I make a video, something like this, hey guys, so my name's Nick. I'm talking about we have a great special going on for Valentine's Day. It's 2 for 1, great price, okay? And we're gonna give you a free uniform. So if you're interested, send me a direct message. Like basically, like think of a mother whose son has like been lacking confidence. Her heart's broken because when she came up, she didn't have those issues, right? This poor mother. Like I'd be making a video of like, hey guys, listen, I want to just be straight with you. All right. Times are different for these kids today, right? Like when we grew up, we were outside playing outside in the woods. Okay. And now what's going on? Now your kids are being raised by phones, music that's poisoning them, okay, telling them to take Oxycontin and all kinds of medications and all kinds of drugs. Social media. Could you imagine growing up? I didn't even know what politics was. I had no idea but who was even like running for anything. Now it's like everything's a fight, every single thing. It's an argument. These poor children, right? What you need to do is put them in a positive community where we're working on them as an individual. That's why you come to me. That's why you bring your son to me. Think about the distractions that are out there. This is what you need to do. Come in, let's get on the call. I'd love to talk to you more about some of the things we're doing, some of the events we have coming up this month, bonding exercises, way to strengthen confidence. All right, shoot me a message. Which one does better, Ashley? Version 1 with the offer or the one that I just told you? Obviously, we know the one that's tapping into the veins of the people, right? So that's why this matters, right? And when you have a team like Nancy or Mark Rapuso with a whole bunch of locations, like it's like you have such an ability to talk to and get feedback from so many people. And then what you do is I'd list them all down, right? Because the reality is no one knows which one's gonna hit. Like you don't know. Like and then all of a sudden, the one video, that's the thing. The analogy I love to give you, and Christine started this on the call, and anybody who was at my event, okay, this is the best analogy I can give you, right? Is if you look at the Super Bowl this weekend, you're gonna see Andy Reid, and he's gonna be like this. He's gonna have something over his mouth, and he's gonna have his headset on, right? And he's calling plays, Ashley, right? He's calling plays, and he's like, the reason why his mouth is covered is because the NFL is so competitive. They have lip readers reading their lips, and they're stealing plays, right? So the thing is with this, the analogy I gave is that your job, Nancy, Ashley, John Johnson, any one of you guys, whoever is the play caller, right, and making the reels and producing the content because it's your TV show. That's what we're doing here. You're building your own TV show. That's it. Like I said this 12 years ago, Bill Craig knows. I said, you are your own media company, right? Like no one else is coming to do it for you, right? So whoever is the shot caller, play caller, right? And you're making all these videos, Ashley, It's like when the one video goes out and it doesn't get traction, you're like that play caller on 1st and 10, and they get sacked for 5 yards. What are they doing? They're not throwing their arms up. They're not giving up. They're not, what are they going to quit and take a timeout? No, they're calling the next play. You look at them, look at the way, look at their mindset. I love it. It's like they just lost. The guy's not like this. He's not even a chance. Why? They need to have short-term memory. The next play is going on. There are, as soon as that play is already ran, they're already ready for the next play. That's how you need to be with your marketing, right? So when the reel doesn't work, when the email campaign doesn't work, when the text message campaign doesn't work, and they thought it was going to work, it just didn't work. So like, what do? I go back to this. I go back to the document of truth. Like, did I incorporate what I stand for? Did I incorporate what I stand against? Did it maybe offend some people that I what I stood for? Did it maybe offend some people what I stood against? Okay, maybe I offended some people on that one. I've offended people. I have. I've had people said flat out, Nick, I won't work with you because your political views. Okay, I'm sorry, man. Like, and I lost some people. But then on the other side, Ashley, I get some people that are just like, Nick, I love that you just speak who you are. I just trust you. So even though I don't agree with your views, I'm going to stay with you because I love you, bro. Like I get that too. So it's like you have to see like what was it that why it didn't work. Identifying their pains. This is probably the best one, right? So you have the avatar, but then the pains like are more specifically, are you sick and tired of your child coming home and just going right onto their iPad? Like you can make 10 different videos about that. Are you sick? Like here's the thing. Is your child a creator or a consumer? Okay. Are they creating things? Are they making things? Are they drawing? Are they doing art? Or are they waking up and looking at a bunch of YouTube videos? Like I love my wife, you guys know I love her so much. And I'm the creator, she's the consumer. I'm not watching a bunch of people. I just don't. I've never been a watcher. You know what I mean? She wakes up, watch this, babe, watch this. Oh my God, look at this. Check out this video. Look what they're saying. Look what they're saying. And Ashley, it's my wife, right? So I'm like, yeah, babe, that's awesome. That's awesome. And meanwhile, what am I doing, John? I'm on my computer creating. I got this call today. I got to make this. I got to make that. I'm not listening to a bunch of people. Think about the children. Like, are they drawing art? Are they working on their body? Are they trying to do something for themselves to strengthen it? Or are they waking up and they're just like, on their phone looking at a bunch of videos? So, what are the pains? That's one of them. Is it food? Is that another pain? The kids are eating, but we're surrounded by bad food and the mom works. So the son's using Uber Eats and they're realizing like, is your son gaining weight because you're not there? You have a job. We get it, but you're letting them order Uber Eats every day and they're just eating bad death food every single day. You know, what else are the pains? Like lack of confidence. Okay. And then developing a win is one of my favorite ones, right? This is the one right here that this is probably what nobody will do. The majority of people will not do this. Developing a win means that before someone even wants to work with you, you've created some type of unique proprietary way, Ashley, that you've given the a win at home, all right, that makes them tell everyone at the bus stop like how incredible like the Satori Martial Arts Academy is. Like I did this documented truth with Nick. Just think about you're on this call. I just gave this to you. I just gave this document truth. I've given this document truth. I run the Night King for people, which is I've been doing that for years, which I just get people in from a campaign and I get them results. And that's how I get them into my ecosystem, right? And then I sell them other services. Um, so the win is what are you doing? Well, the thing is, it depends. What is their problem? Like how could you make something like you're like assuming? So imagine Ashley has a 7-year-old boy, and I'm like, so Ashley, guess what we do? We have this great way we help children that lack confidence. In 7 days, I'm going to transform your child's confidence. Well, what if okay, so that's great, Nick, but like my son is already like super confident. Like, thank you so much, but we don't need that really. Like what I need is actually for him, it's a time management problem. Like he's so good at so many activities. That's really nice. Thank you so much. Like you can't just rely on one way. Like what are the pains that people have and what is the win you can give them? You need multiple pain points and need multiple ways to get them a win. And then you have to hold them accountable. You can't just give it to them, Ashley, right? And then pray to God they use it. Like when I give Ashley something, and this is the stuff no one will do, I have to follow up with her. Hey, Ashley, listen, I know you mentioned about time management. Did you get a chance to check out that basically 7-day guide I gave you on managing your time better? Did you get a chance to do that with him? No, I didn't, Nick. I'm so sorry. And then she hangs up the phone and she tells her husband, like, oh my God, this Sensei Nick over here, he's amazing. Like, remember the guide he gave us about time management? I mean, like, I'm not even going to his school, and the guy's calling me to see if I did it. maybe we should take a look at that school. I mean, like I haven't even gone there yet. You see what I'm doing, Ash? It's like no one's doing that. Like you have to do like shock is like doing the things that no one else is going to do. So this is the document of truth. Just to give you context, I took this from literally it was about 36 hours of training on a mastermind that I went to, and everybody that was on that call left. They did not get what I got out of it. They basically went and heard the same thing I did, and they implemented not much from it. I made this myself into all the great information I had, and I just created the name Document of Truth. Because when you're trying to create a movement, because that's what you're trying to do, it starts with this. Like you're not going to create a movement, especially number one. I'll tell you right now, is you're not going to create. It doesn't matter where you're at, but you're not going to create a movement if you're not also creating a movement for yourself. You have to be saying committed to yourself, like, you know what? I need to change myself too. I need to get better myself too. And it's like almost like parallel. The movement has to like you have to be committed to the results and changing yourself along with where you're taking everybody. That's why a lot more people started following me because I was doing it myself. I was going through my own transformation. I was not in the best of shape. I was, decent shape, but I got myself in insane physical shape, mental shape, spiritual shape, and everyone saw that. So like, doesn't matter where you're at, but it's like you can't. The reason why this is important. Think about what I'm calling a document of truth. Like trust is the number one reason why people are not buying from anyone right now. So like, if you're like not truthful and you're saying all these things but you're not doing them, but even if you're not where you need to be right now, but they see you doing them and they see everyone trying and you're showing like you need to showcase your story of this stuff. If they don't see you doing it, Ashley, why are they going to do it? So whether it's your instructors or your staff or someone needs to be the attractive character that's showing everybody how it's done. Like that's what so what my scripture statement, be the example. Like what I tell people is the reason why people are buying from you is you're not even the result that you're selling. Like if you're not the result that you're selling, like is it an instructor? Are they the result? Or does that person have their stuff together? Like, or are you just like, it's incongruent. So that's the document of truth. All right. Now let's go into, I'm gonna go right into the 100-day journey. All right. So this is the first 100 days. Sorry, one second. Just gotta find it. One second. Too many browsers open. And I'm gonna give this to everybody, guys, so you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to take notes on this one. But now this is where we go. So now you've gone through the document of truth, and now you're gonna create your first 100 days for your members. Okay. So this is for your members, Tom. All right, not leads. Okay. So now what we're trying to do over the next couple weeks is we want to make this first 100-day journey for our members. Okay. And again, the analogy I gave you of Trump, okay, that first 100 days, like again, whether you even if you don't like him, look what's happening. People are like, even if like you'd have to say to yourself, like, yeah, you're right. That's like it's shocking and people are up in arms or whatever. Alls I want to do is I want to have a plan like that to shock these people, to make them not like rattled, to make them say, like, wow, this was unexpected. This was an amazing experience. That's all. Okay. So the first 100 days of customer shock, the ultimate retention guide for martial arts studios. Why the first 100 days matter? The first 100 days of a new student's journey will determine whether they become a lifelong member or just another drop off. The goal is to blow their minds at every step, showing them they made the right decision, reinforcing their commitment. That's really important here, too. Reinforcing their commitment. If you believe in the power of the subconscious, which I hope most of you do, then you're constantly reinforcing their commitment. You're constantly reinforcing their decision because you're basically programming them. So that a lot of people are programmed. I mean, most of society has been programmed. So you should be using tools like that too. It's not in a negative way. You're not programming them and saying like that they're out of shape. You're programming them and saying like, remember you made a commitment. This commitment's so crucial because it's going to carry over to the rest of your life, right? So sticking to your commitments, sticking to your commitments. You're planting that seed constantly. Stick to your commitments because they win over time, right? And ensuring they experience everything that they were promised as a lead. So like think about this. Like again, the guys, whether you agree with him or not, everything Trump is doing right now, okay, he promised to the people that voted for him, I'm gonna do this, 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 and this. Would you agree, John? Is he doing everything he promised? Now, people will make argument, yeah, but some of the stuff, we're not talking about that. I want you to think about you now. So in that video, right, Ashley, or whoever, you're talking about all these things are going to happen. This transformation is going to we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to, and then what happens is like 3 or 4 months later, the kid wants to quit, and then you know what everyone's doing, John? Everyone's blaming the poor kid or the mother. Yeah, nobody wants to commit anymore. Nobody cares. Yeah, the parents they just let their kids quit. Well, let me ask you this question, John. If they were mind blown, right? Do you think that they'd be quitting? No, they wouldn't. So like we could buy into the fact now, are there some people that just give up and quit? Yes, I get it, right? No matter what you do, whatever. But if they were mind blown, they wouldn't be quitting. They wouldn't be calling in for the cancellation. So all I did, I broke this into four categories, right? The first one's the immediate impact. The immediate impact means that basically it's like the first 7 days, just like he did, it was bang, 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 bang. It wasn't just like, well, day one, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna wait 10 days. It was day one, day two, day three, day four, day five. Like it was like right after the other. All right. That's the consistency is what makes Ashley or some woman or mom or dad say, this is insane. This guy is just, I'm getting so much impact and results so quickly. Wow, like put it this way. If this person has a business, they should be reaching out to you, John, saying, "Hey, listen, who taught you this the first 100 days what you did with me? Like where did you get this from?" Like they will see it. They will see it, John, because they're not getting anywhere else. Everywhere else, they're doing a 2-4-6 call. So the person comes in, big deal the first day, great job, and then you're waiting 2 weeks, and it's like, hey, Ashley, just calling. Just I know it's your second week you've been training here. We just want to see how you're doing. How's the classes? Is everything okay? Just think about what I just said. Are you enjoying the classes? Is everything okay? Like, who wants okay? Do you want okay? Like, I don't even like the Capital Grill. I think it's gone down drastically, the Capital Grill. But you know what they say when they come to see your food? There's John, what they say to you is like, is everything delicious? Like they're trained to do that because every other person that works in a restaurant, they'll just say, "Hey, so how's everything? How is everything?" Think about going to a restaurant, and this is one of the most annoying things because I go out to eat almost every day. I really do at healthy restaurants because I have to get out because if not, I will not get up from my computer. But one of the most annoying things actually is when I go out to eat somewhere and the waitress doesn't even know that I haven't even taken a bite of my food yet, and they ask me how is everything. Who relates to something like that? You're go out and eat somewhere. I haven't even eaten my food yet, and they're asking me how is everything. I literally I should talk about shock. I throw it back on them. I said I have no idea. I don't know yet. I have a chance to eat it, and that's my way of saying, John, are you paying attention? Like I'm the customer. Like you're asking me how's everything, and you don't even know if I ate the food yet. Like so, think about that experience. Like you want to make sure that you're not just trying to be okay. You want them to say like, "Hey, John, did that blow your mind?" Like if I was doing a 2-4-6 call or anything I'm doing with you on this one, what I would say to anyone when I do those calls is, "Hey, Tommy, let me ask you a question. Was your mind blown? Has your mind been blown yet by what we're doing?" And if they're saying to you, "Well, not really. It's pretty cool, but my mind's not blown." Hey, thank you so much for sharing that because that's my goal. My goal is I want to have a turn this into a transformation. And if I'm not blowing your mind, then you're not transforming yet. So that gives me some ideas. I gotta get back to work. Thank you so much for your feedback. So we're not using is it okay, right? So the red carpet welcome. The red carpet welcome, all right, this is I give you a couple ideas in here. My goal for you is to make it even better. Like you're not just taking this template and using it. You're taking this, making it better. All right. So your red carpet welcome could be completely unique around yourself. All right. Hold on one second there. Think Yuri, if you could mute yourself. Sorry. Just gotta make sure. There we go. All right. So I put on here a personalized video from the head instructor. So this is like after they've done their first class. Hey, Julie, this is Nick. I just want to let you know we're so excited to have you part of our team. I have a surprise coming to you in the next couple of days. Just make sure if you get it in the next like 24 to 40 hours, let me know. So I'm planting a seed about a surprise is coming. And what the surprise is a welcome to the family package. So if you have a different name, welcome to the family. It's a t-shirt, wristband, special badge, whatever you're giving, it doesn't matter. But what it should be is some type of thing that blows their mind, right, Tom? So now what happens here is that people are like, well, Nick, how much is that going to cost? Well, how much is it going to cost you to give them nothing? How much is it going to cost to they just do nothing for them and not blow their mind? So like you could either be really cheap here and give them something that's cheap, or you could say like for every student that I sign on a regular program, Tom, I'm going to reinvest 74 hours the first month into them. All right. It's just like anything else. It's like your body. If you're putting a bunch of garbage into your body, you're going to get a bunch of garbage out of your body. You're going to look horrible. So that's the question for you. So you might say, the red carpet welcome, I'm going to do the video. I don't want to do a welcome to the family. I want to be welcome to the Vibe Tribe. I want it to be what, like, you need a unique name. We have the Vibe Tribe for our kickboxing gyms. What is the unique name for you? All right. Are they going to a private member app? Are they going to a community? All right. Is there a first class follow up? Anything we could do? So this is like that red carpet welcome. Your job on this call, everyone, is to make it even better. Not to just take what I'm giving you, but I want you to ask yourself about the red carpet welcome. So that's on day one. Now, day two, there's, remember, immediate impact. I'm gonna wait until day seven. Day two, I'm sending out an email and a text message, asking them, reminding them why they joined and the transformation ahead. So, hey, Julie, it's Nick again. Just so excited about having you in here again. And right away, people are thinking like, how do I track this? That you're already thinking the wrong thing. It's not about how do I track this? How do I do this? To be married and committed to making this experience incredible. And then you worry about use ChatGPT. How else could I do this? How could I streamline it? Who else could help me? Turn the what into who. But the overthinkers will think about how do I do it? See, I don't think when I create an experience, I'm not worried about the how or like the who's going to do what. Like that'll I figure that stuff out. The most important thing I'm committed to is creating the best experience I can. All right. So the day two or day three. Okay. Again, Nick, what's better, day two or day three? I don't know. Like that's day two could be better. Day three could be better. Like I'm not going to make up stories. I have no idea what day's better. All right. Day number 4 to 7, reinforce their decision. Okay. Your first week's down, Bill. All right. First week's down. Let me tell you what's next. All right. So here's what you expect in month one. What is your 30-day roadmap after they got through week one? Do you have a roadmap like this? I'll show you real quick. I'll give you an example. Something like this, like, again, Nick, where do I make this? That's, there's tons of ways, but look at this. Oops, wrong one. Sorry. Check this out. This is all you need, something like this, in my opinion. All right. So this is the My Manager document of truth. Core values, stand for statements, stand against statements. Like I'm just giving you, I like illustrations. I like something simple that someone could look at and say, so Julie, let me explain to you what's going to happen for the next 30 days. One, we're going to do this. Two, we're going to do this. Three, we have this. Like, what are the six most important things? This doesn't even that, but I'm showing you, like, I would have something made like this, something that shows them the roadmap. Okay. Over the next 30 days, Tom, there's 5 things we're going to do, 6 things we're going to do, 3 things we're going to do. One, we're to make sure that you're ready for your first belt test. Okay. Because why? What's in it for them? Like, where are you taking them? So if you need to get to that quick. Where are you taking them quickly that they need to know about? All right, number two, like who's their accountability partner? Like if you're not adding an accountability system into your gym, you are absolutely crazy. Like that, I'm gonna say this again. I should be charging for this, but I'm not. Okay. Not having an accountability system when someone signs up for all your new members, like it is absolutely crazy at this point in life, right? Everybody needs more accountability. Like there's people are not being held accountable. That's why our world was going to shit. Like there was no accountability, right? People want this. So Julie, you just sign up, and now I'm partnering with Tommy, right? And Tommy's been here for a year. Okay, he's going to take you through for the next 30 days. So I have to, that makes me build a better relationship with Tommy, and then Julie feels more comfortable because she's got someone guiding her, right? So what is that process? I don't know. That's your job to find out. Like, what are you expecting them to do? What can they do? You know what I'm saying, Jules, right? Like, I can't believe out of all the clubs we've created in Black Belt clubs, master clubs, weapons clubs, leadership clubs, all those clubs that I've heard about, I can't believe that people do not have an accountability club. If you want a way to double anything you've ever spent on me, like make an accountability club, use a chat GPT. Anything you've ever spent on me, you'll get it back inside of 2 years. Like it's like that would be the simplest way to make money. People need it. They need it more than ever. You could take that 10 different ways. All right. Probably something I'll end up making. But anyway, that's the next one. Let me go to the next piece here. All right, so we're still only on week one, right? Let's go to find it. Sorry, guys. Too many tabs open. Here we go. Okay. So now we did, like I said, the week one, we give them accountability partner, we give them our roadmap. All right. And we also offer them a personalized challenge. End of that 30 days, because we're telling them what's going to happen the next 30 days. Tommy, at the end of the 30 days, you're going to get this. At the end of 30 days, this is what we're expecting you to do. Like if you look at this, all I'm doing is I'm creating different steps in the journey, customer journey. I'm creating all those steps. So if the first one was just day one, that's day one. All right. Day two is just checking in. Day 4 to 7, I'm now saying, hey, in the next 30 days, here's what I want you to do. And on that 30th day, we're going to do this. I'm letting them know 30 days ahead. All right. It's not just like keep coming into classes. All right. Your job is that you're the bus driver, Tom. Right. So when you're looking in the rearview mirror, you're telling them where they're going. So if there's no checkpoints for them in advance, that's why they fall off. Now, do we need this, Tom? No. Did we need this, Julie, when you came up through the martial arts? No, but people are weaker. They're weaker and they're going to drop off. Like the way we did it was like, Nick, you got to put your time in. You're going to teach for free for 2 years. Yes, sensei. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'll just work for you for free for 2 years, right? These kids and these people, it's a totally different world, right? So your job is you're the bus driver. You know, you need to tell them where they're going. So we're only on day number up to day 30, right? Now you get up to day 30. All right, now we're on day 8 to 10, their first win. Encourage them to share their experience in a private group. So all I'm doing here is I have to get it out of you, Tom. So Tom, you've been training for about 10 days now. Tell me about the best win you've gotten since we started training together. What was the best win you and your son got? And when he says it, then I ask them to post it in the group, right? So what I'm doing, I'm making him understand that he got a win from working with me in my studio. All right. I tell you what, Nick, I wasn't motivated before, but now I'm finding myself motivated coming to class. I've had motivation in months. That's a great win, Tom. Thank you so much for sharing that. Could you put that in the group? And then I get everyone to post in it. Okay. Day 14. Now we go to this one. The shock and awe gift. Surprise them with free training, exclusive content, VIP access to a special class. So everyone that's new, all right, that signed up in the past 15 days or 30 days, what is this free training resource content access special class? What are you giving to them? All right, that's free. Is it a Kid Warrior boot camp? Is it something on accountability? Is it a fireside chat? Is it a Zoom call with all the members and the moms where you're bringing a special guest? Like, see, these are things I can't do for you. Like, this is what you need to figure out, Julie, right? You'll figure it out. You need to figure out what are you doing? What are they getting that's free that they weren't expecting? All right. Day 21, unlock the next level. This is a free first milestone review, reminder why they started, personal invite for something exclusive. So again, a week later, I'm inviting them to something exclusive, whether it's a seminar, an event, an extra class. It could be a Zoom call. Like I just, all I'm doing, remember, Julie, very simple. I'm just taking them down. I'm just keeping them on track. All right. And then what happens, Tom? When they don't do this one, say like the first one, the first win, there's your first red flag. Like you didn't do it. You don't have the first win. They missed it. Okay. Like you dropped it. Like go back to it. Like not everyone's going to go in the same days. It'll be a little bit different. But if you follow this type of framework, this is the ultimate retention type of tool. Okay. And then you could look back and you could say like, wow, I'm doing none of these, but Nick's doing all of these. Let's face it, Joel, right? So Julie signs a kid up and she does the 2, 4, 6 calls, maybe a couple other things, right? But I take someone through and I go through all these steps and experiences, right? Um, I think we know, okay, anyone would know that if we do, and I'm only on data the second week, right? All this stuff, like I'm going to get referrals from them. I'm going to get better content for my school from it. Okay. I'm going to get better retention. I'm going to get them upgraded. It's just facts because I'm giving them a better experience. And that's all I'm doing is modernizing it. So first 30 days, look at you now. I mean, like, if I were you guys, like when I say the first 30 days, Tom, I would rather invest $9 on a shirt and have it called like 30 and 30, like 30 days accountability, something like that. Some type of unique shirt that I can give them. Maybe it's an armband. I don't know. But it's like, what can you give them it's more about the thought and about making them feel special on because they made it 30 days. That now some of us we made 6 years without getting a stripe on our belt. But look what we're having to do for these people. They need it. They just need more reinforcement. All right. Phase 3. So phase 2 is creating massive value. Phase 1 was immediate impact. Now what we're doing is we're doing stronger connections. So deepen the ties to the community and future vision. Everybody talks about community, but everything is a paid class for Parents Night Out, or it's a summer camp they got to pay more money for. You know what I mean? It's like, so this is more about doing something for free. Invite only challenge, a special event for a seminar for new students, and they get a buddy pass to bring a friend. So instead of me asking for a referral, Julie, I'm doing a special invite only challenge for one day or one night. And I'm saying everyone to get, so there's only 5 people. I only have 5 students, but each of them brings a friend. Okay. They get to invite a special friend. Like I'm building in referrals automatically into this because I'm doing a special event for them. I'm not doing bring a friend day for the whole school. You can still do that too. It's like I'm telling them like, hey, bring a buddy in. And it's going to be a special event. What is that special event? I have no idea. That's for you to figure out. Something unique and original. Okay, leadership exposure. I told people that were at my event or someone that, that met Craig Siegel or met someone really awesome. Some type of, ask them, introduce your members for maybe a podcast or a Zoom call or a one in-person mentorship style talk, where you bring some special guest in. Everyone talks about life skills. Bring in a soccer coach, bring in like a head basketball coach, bring in someone local in your area that is somewhat like micro famous and bring them in you invite the whole school, but I think this should be more for your original members. Someone asked me the other day, like, could we just invite everybody? I'm like, you can, but it's really supposed to be only for the new students. That's what this is supposed to be for. All right. Family bonding experience. Host a bring your family to class. So Julie, Tommy, and Yuri were my new students this month. Only you 3 get to bring your family to a special class, and we get to meet them and we get to know them. All right. Sometimes people are dropping them off all the time. So again, you see what I'm doing here? This is building stronger connections. Everything is more in detail with meeting them individually, and then cementing their future. Day 65 to 70, why I train. Special advancement opportunity, like you need opportunity to get early testing or exclusive sparring session. So it's only they got it for getting to day 75, Tom. So I love the why I train reflection. Have them write or record a video on what martial arts has done for them so far. All right. So you want to give them some type of template they could follow, but why I train reflection. So Julie, thank you so much. What I love you to do is make me a video or a post about why I train. You're now 65 days in. Like, what are some of the benefits you've gotten from your training? So I'm asking her to make something for that. It can go into your private group. I can use it into reels. And then the special advancement opportunity or special day 75, we do another special training. And then day 85 to 90, the next level commitment, offer them the upgrade, private coaching or leadership path. This right here, I think that people are sleeping on this one. Instead of trying to upgrade them with some type of package, like I would try to do like me personally, all of you guys, I don't think you should be trying to get them in the Black Belt Club. I think Julie, for someone like you, and if you keep doing the old models that everyone is doing, I'd be saying, hey, Julie, listen, you made it to day 85. Let me tell you about my one-on-one 90-day journeys I do. So my one-on-one journeys are 90 days. Okay. And here's the curriculum, what I'm doing for the next 90 days. This is everything we do. You come to class. There's a lot of at-home training that you're doing at home. We do a weekly check-in on Zoom with you and your mom. Okay. And I charge an extra $199 a month for that. And that's what I do. After the 90 days, it's over, right? Like I'm telling you what I'm done with. I'm not trying to do these $19 a month upgrades. Like I'm not trying, like, it's like, I'd rather get 10 people that I take, Julie, paying me an extra $2,000 a month total because I'm getting 2 hours a month for each of them. And I'm only taking 10. If you still want to have upgrades based on attendance, like I believe that the pricing and the models that everyone's using are severely outdated. I think that that's another problem. We'll get to that later on the course. But this is what I'm doing for our kickboxing gyms. We're not doing like you pay more for this, more for that, more for this. It's like we get them in and we get them on a weekly a membership fee. And then we do journeys. They're called journeys. And it's like a higher level coaching program and only goes for 30, 60, or 90 days. Some of them are 30 days, some are 60 days, some are 90 days. And we just keep doing them. And it's more one-on-one attention in small groups versus paying more to be part of the Black Belt Club. So we have programs based on attendance, but we have multiple upgrade programs. and they constantly, it's like more one-on-one and small groups. That's what we're doing. So again, next level commitment, you can make that up. And then day 100. I think that I could have did a better job on this, Julie. To me, when someone makes it to day 100, I think that like almost once a quarter or every 2 months, you should be having a special party for them that they made it for day 100. And then what happens on day 100? You have another roadmap of what's going to happen for the next 100 days. If you have these roadmaps like planned out, 100-day roadmaps, like your students are going to know where they're going, and so are you, and you're going to have checkpoints to hold them accountable. All right, guys, that's what I have. I went a little bit longer than I was supposed to. Thank you guys for hanging out as long as you did. If you have any questions for me, Jules or Ashley or Tom, let me know. I'm not sure who Masters Taekwondo is, but good to see you on here. Any questions, guys? Tom, anything? Tons
Hey,
of
I
questions?
don't have a question, Nick, but I definitely want to thank you for everything you've given me the last few days. It's a game changer for me, and it's something I really needed right now. So big
Thank you so
props
much.
to you.
Thank you. And if you would be so kind to put that in the martial arts marketing community, I'd really appreciate it.
I'll go there as soon as we're done.
Thank you so much. And like you see that guys too, like that's the same thing that you would do. Like just look what I just did. If you do a workshop for the bully proof or some type of kid warrior, Tommy, like sometimes everyone's looking for like, I only got 2 signups or whatever. Like it's like I think you're not realizing the importance of content. Like I've been talking about this for a couple weeks. I've been so busy. Like I can't wait for tomorrow to finally have a day off. But I have so much content from my event, from this, from everything I've going on, and I will use this for my content. So your kid warrior and the boot camps and all things you're doing, Tom, it's not like everyone wants that quick return, right? Like, and one of the best things for me was the gym. Like when I was going to the gym the first time, you know this, and anyone knows this. Like, I didn't get results right away. Like I wasn't getting results. Like I would go to the gym for 2 years, I wouldn't get results. I didn't change my diet. I started changing my diet, and that's when like I started realizing like, wow, like it was the return was a lot faster. I got better results, and and the thing was that helped me even with my marketing. It helped me a lot with my marketing, Tom, because the analogy I'll give you guys is this: is that the content is the most important part of your marketing. Like it's not the ads, it's not your website. It's basically like, and again, like I've been so busy, I'm grateful. I haven't had a chance to do it. Now finally you'll see it's like my foundation's set, and now I'm ready to take all my content, Tom, and I'll redistribute it again. Like so like I have to just get the time. I finally have it all, but now I have to organize it and then I have to distribute it. And then for the next several months, it'll just be going out and going out. And then I'll have to do it again. But it's like that's why you're doing all these events and that's why you're making all this content is because nobody wants to see your ads and all your advertisements. They want to see like what makes you different and unique. So and that's when we go over the reels. That's what we're gonna go over on Monday, Ashley. We're gonna go over the reels. And I'm really gonna help you with that strategy for that. And the thing is, too, guys, is like you'll notice too. It's like I won't have to sell anybody anything. I won't. Like it's like I'm not even doing that anymore. It's like what happens is like when I give the value out so much, and then what happens is, Tom, like when you start trying to make videos and it's not working, you'll come back to me. You'll say, Nick, what do I need to do? Because it's not working. And I'll say, yeah, listen, go try it your way first. Go try to make reels. And when you realize like you wasted a month or 2 weeks or whatever it was, you'll say like, not only did I waste the time, I also wasted money. You know what I mean? It's like, so that's really what I do. So like my team is like, when I show you this stuff, like whether you do it yourself or not, it's like, I start getting people into my funnels and then that's what ends up happening. They're like, how did you do all this? How much time? It's taking me so much time. I'm like, yeah, I know. Like I know how much time it takes. So the reels are like a necessity, like they're a necessity in your marketing. And then Julie, this will be for you. I probably think that if there's one thing I could help you with, Julie, it would be your reels, because like you're gonna have to get someone to do it. And when you have someone that doesn't know what they're doing it, it ends up costing more money, Ashley. Like I'm helping Nancy out. I'm gonna help you guys out with your reels. That's one of the things I'm helping you guys out. It's like the reels, like everything I just went over with the document of truth, all that stuff, Tom, all everything like you have to everything has to be in alignment to do it. And then when you make the videos, it's not just making videos. You have to have all the right things in place. So that way you're not wasting time because you'll just waste time. So you need your images, you need your videos, you need not only the videos for the video you're doing, the background videos of the video. right? Then it's what is the thumbnail? And then Nick, where is this going? It's going on Instagram. And then it's also going on YouTube. It's going, actually, it's going to be distributed everywhere. And then what ends up happening is like you start turning a glance into a stare. So they're glancing at you from your ads, right? But Julie, they're finding you. And then those moms are just like, they're hooked to you. They're just like, damn, this is really powerful. And it's like, and then remember I said the instant gratification? Like it's like you're doing it because you have a responsibility to help all these moms that are having challenges with their children. Like that's why you're doing it. Like they will come later on, but it's like this thing that everyone's supposed to just flood into your door. Those days are over. Like they need to trust you first. They need to see you doing it for a while. And then Tom, when they do find your content, they're going to be like more, they're going to find you. So it's like, I'm giving you the blueprint. So I'm giving you what I'm doing next. That's what I'm showing you how to do. So it's like, so now I have all my content, Tom. I'm done with the event. I'm done with everything, whatever. And yeah, that's it. And then basically I'm showing you like what I'm doing for this franchise I have. This not my franchise, the new franchise that I'm doing. And I'm showing you what I'm doing for them. Like that's what I'm doing for Lead Nurture. So Lead Nurture, it's like you're going to be taking these reels and you're taking all this content, and that's where it's going to go. That's what the lead should be getting, Tom. They're going to be getting all that material as well. So, any other questions for me, guys? Sorry, Ashley, anything?
Nick, I got a question for you.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, as far as you know, is Facebook ads and Instagram, I mean, are they kind of losing their effect?
I think it's a great question, and the answer is no. So, like, Tom, when someone says like our Instagram and Facebook ads, here's the thing in general, like nobody really wants to see your ads. You know what I mean? So that's the first part. So if the ads are made in a way where they're ads, which that's what most people are doing, no one's really super excited about seeing them. However, nobody wants to spend the money on something that is not going to get them a lead. We're so addicted to leads, right? Like I need more leads. I need more, like it's like a druggie. You know what I mean? And like, oh my God, I need more leads. I need more drugs. You know what I mean? Like what people need to think about is like, I need to get more exposure. I need to get people like to see me more. I need to give stuff more. Like I'll give you an example. I'm giving this 100-day journey that I'm giving you guys, this framework. Like that is my ad, Tom. That's my ad for Winterborn. Like I'm giving away a 100-day journey. So when I reach out to Julie, who opts in for it on Monday, which Julie, you already have it, right? But the difference is I say to Julie, I'm like, Julie, did you get a chance to check out my 100-day journey? I did. I did. Looks really cool. Great. When can we set up a call? Hey, how about on Tuesday? Right. So what I just did versus an ad, right, was I actually made something of value. I gave it out to my audience. And then what I'm doing is instead of me coming from a position of, hey, Julie, it's Nick again. I'm following up. Do you want to do the 6-week special for $99? I'm coming to her. I'm saying like, I want to show you how to implement the 100-day journey on me. When can we set up a call? And then Tom, even something I just realized, Tom, you're actually a really good one for this one. Me and Tom may have a very interesting relationship. Tom's one of the only people who doesn't have a website with me anymore, right? But you love what I teach you. You know what I mean? And guess what? I'm okay with that. Nancy Walzog, who was just on the call, Tom, I'm working with you, Ashley. I'm sure you're here. We work with you guys. I'm not even changing anything she's doing. Like she has a system. Ashley's doing a great job of it. She's got an integrator. So that instead of me trying to say, well, hey Nancy, why don't we do this? Why don't we switch you over to this software? Why don't you sell you this website? Why don't we like, no, it's like, Tom, it's the same thing. It helped me with you. It's like you like me. I'm upset. I'd rather have you have my website. Like I'm not gonna lie, right? But at the same time, it's like I'm helping other people in different ways now. It's like, and that's better for them too. And because guess what? When something goes wrong with the website or something else they're not happy with, who do you think they would go with? Me. So would you, Tom. If you're like, I know you, like you switch back in 6 months from now because you've done it before. It's like, whatever. So my point is, Tom, for the ads is like, I believe someone like you, like you're a deep thinker. You have a lot of good content. I think you should be thinking about what am I giving away? What is going to make someone want to go and call me? You know what I mean? And here's the worst part though, Tom. You're going to do it the first couple times and no one's going to opt in. You're going to do it a couple times and like only 2 people are going to come in and they're weak leads, right? What I'm married to is understanding the principle of giving. Like it's like I'm like I'll tell you, when I say the principle of giving, you guys know, like Randy's one of my mentors. I love him so much. A couple of days ago, like I was very stressed out and I almost gave in to smoking weed again. Like I was just stressed out, busy, like working too much, you know what I mean, whatever. But I made these covenants and I said, I'm not going to do those things that like smoke weed. I'm not going to drink coffee. Like I just made these weird commitments. I don't do them. And so I got closer to doing it, but I didn't. And I went back to right back to giving. And I said, once I went back to the giving principle, it was so weird, Tom. This literally just happened yesterday. I get a phone call. They're like, "Yo, the founder wants to talk to you." I'm like, "The founder?" They're like, "Yeah." Like he loved what the video you sent about lead nurture. And then I get on a phone call. I didn't give into the weed. I didn't give into the whatever. And then the guy goes, "Okay, so listen, like you don't need to sell me. I'm already sold. Like, what's the deal? Like I have 96 locations. How do we start this? How fast can you start? Like, what do we need to do?" He's like, "I've heard everybody. I've heard every company. Like, he's like, Nick, I know Russell Brunson personally. Like, what do I need to do? I want to hire you right now. How do we do this?" I'm like, whoa. You know what I mean? It's like that was it. So for you guys, it's like the ads, you have to do it for views, right? Like you still want to get leads coming in, Tom, but you also have to experiment because that's the thing. Like the time we're in right now is like it's experimentation. Like that's what marketing is like science, psychology. It's a combination of a lot of things, right? So you have to see like, what people like you create that thing, like this 100-day journey. Like, so here's what I did, and this will help all of you guys. I came up with three really good things that everybody wants. I have the 100-day journey. I have my Instagram reel framework. So I created three frameworks, right? And then I have my leads first 30 days, right? Tom, that's enough for me for about 90 days, right? When the next 90 days, I'm giving them away, right? That are better than what most of the consultants are charging for. And then what happens is it gets them a conversation with me. I teach them, we build a relationship, and then they buy from me. That's it. What are you giving away? What are the three pain points you're helping people with? Like look at Nancy, like, Ashley, Nancy. I can't sell Nancy Walzog. No way, man. She's a boss. Like I can't be like, so Nancy, like she's heard it all. Am I right, Ashley? She has heard it all from everybody, right? But you know what she said to me, Tom? She goes, "Okay, well, I'm not doing the 100-day journey." She goes, "I need the reels. And those are two things I have that I need that I don't have. So that's what I want to do with you, Nick. And I want you to help me because I have a girl that's a great integrator. I want you to help them and tell her they'll help work with her." Great. Like, so like, what are the three things, Tom? Is it like, you don't need three, but I'm saying, what are two or three things you're putting out there? And like you're using ChatGPT, the pains, the problems people are having. But what I want you to think about, and I'll end with this, guys, is like, what is that experience when they're done? Is it going to be enough to get them to take action? And like, if you look at what I've created, it is. You know what I mean? Like if it's a lame ass, like, one page something that's not really giving them a great experience, Tom, like what is shocking and all in them? What is so valuable about it? Right. So like really what I think about is when I'm creating these things is like, what should their end result be? So for you guys, I'm redoing your 246 crap. That's what I'm doing. It's outdated. It stinks. Like we know it's not doing anything. It's no shock and awe, right? Like, like yours could be something, you could take what I did, Tom. The first 100 days of your child, you know what I mean? Like developing more confidence. 100 days to develop more confidence in your child. You know what I mean? And what would I do? I would do this, like, again, whether you like them or not. I would want to shock the mother so crazy about what I did for them in not 100 days. Like the way that's what I would do, something like that. Maybe it's only 30 days, maybe it's 45 days, but they have to get an incredible experience, Tom. And then from there, it's just like they're basically saying to you, so like, Tom, what do I do next? And you're like, listen, I have three programs and get away from this. Like, what I'm trying to show all of you guys is get away from what everyone else is doing. They get away from like, all right, so listen, Julie, we have a great special. It's 6 weeks for 99. Like it's like, no, listen, let me explain, Julie. So if you love what I did, we have an incredible 3-month experience. That's what we call it, the 3-month confidence experience for kids. It's $299 a month. I only work with 5 kids. You know what I mean? And then downsell them from there. Why is everybody leading with their worst? It makes no sense. It's a sign of it's like, you know why? Because you're trained by the same people in the martial arts industry, right? Just get them in. Just get them in. But leading with your worst is not what Fortune 500 companies do. Fortune 500 companies lead with their best. So if you created a system for you, Tom, and you're working with 5 or 10 people and you're making 15 grand a month and you're not so reliant on just the class monotony. The group classes are dying. That's the problem. Group classes are dying because we're at an inflection point. The inflection point, not when I say dying, they'll exist, right? But to expect what we did 20 years ago is unrealistic. There's more options, right, Julie? There's more options for the consumer. There's less time, okay? Money is less resourceful. There's a lot of factors. So when I say inflection point, so my thing is like, if I brought someone through some type of course, Julie, right? Instead of me trying to get them on the 6 weeks for 99, I try to say, if I build a relationship with Julie, I know I would get Julie and say, Julie, listen, so what I have next is I do a 60-day journey with your child. It's $299 a month. And I work with you and her once a week. It's on Zoom, right? And then what ends up happening, Tom, is you're starting to realize you're limiting yourself to this local area because you're thinking like everybody else. Like you think your leads need to be local. They don't. They don't. If you made a lead magnet that's helping children all over the world, why are you not offering it to people all over the world? Because you don't have the system to facilitate it. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm telling you, man, it's like I'm in this zone right now, guys. This like zone of just like people you heard like outside the box, people saying that type of stuff, right? It's like the more clarity I've had because of my disciplines, the more that I'm seeing things unlike everybody else. Like I don't even look at or care what everyone else is doing because I think that it's like it takes me backwards. It's like I have an open mind. I don't have Fareed. I don't have Perella. I don't have anybody telling me like how it should be done. I'm doing it like based off of like having no ceiling and not looking at like think about this too, Ashley. Like you have 9 locations. If you have some a powerhouse like that, right? Where you have that's what it is. It's a powerhouse, right? What I'd already be doing, Ashley, as I'd be thinking broader and saying he's so right. Like we have the foundation, we have the money, we have the capital, and now we have to start expanding globally instead of just locally. You know what I mean? Because this model of thinking everybody's got to come in, yes, people will come in, but I'm telling you, there's way more people you could be helping on a hybrid type model, at home model, a personal small group model that you charging triple and quadruple than the same thing. We lost 10, we signed up 9. We signed up 11, we lost 12. You know what I mean? It's like that battle is going to continue to go on. Does that make sense, guys? Like that battle's never going to end. What I'd be doing is I would having different pricing tiers and saying, Julie, here's what I'd be thinking. How am I going to make an extra 5,000 a month for myself? How am I going to make an extra like, or if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to, someone for your school that wants to do that, then you're going to be in this battle that you're going to keep going over forever. I'm signing up 10, I'm losing 11. At the end of the day, if you want to make more money, like I would not be doing what everybody else is doing because that's why no one's making more money. Who's making more money? Like Tom, you ever notice that? All these groups, right? Who's making more money? No one. No, it's like someone has a good month, but no one's like, hey, I did this and now I'm making $28,000 a month for myself. You know who's making more money? Me. I am. The guy you're looking at in the mirror. I'm one of the only guys that you're watching. I'm making more money showing you, I'm telling you how I'm doing it. It's the same exact thing. Like it's like I'd rather work with Nancy, okay, and 8 locations, Ashley, than same thing. I sign up 8 people at a website, lose 4. You know what I mean? It's like that battle's going to keep going on. But when I pick up a couple other clients, like a pickleball franchise, you know what I'm saying, and a bigger client, Tom, I'm saying you don't need 20 of them. And if you can make that much more money, yourself. Anyway, I hope that spurs some ideas for you guys. I'll stop the recording.